Hello. Um, this is a little dev update on my game Bøne Loop. Um, so last week I decided after finishing the Ludum Dare that I would continue working on this spooky game and try to push an update on it by hopefully Halloween to get some of that skeleton spook hype for my game because it's about skeletons. Speaking of skeletons, I thought about, while I was thinking about it during the week, I was like, the sprite enemy approach kind of limited a lot of the gameplay in terms of literally there's no Z-axis for any of the attacks. It was all like raycast melee damage. If they got right up in your face, they could like hit you, or they had to shoot projectiles. And I wanted more melee kind of enemies in the game, such as like a big like troll kind of skeleton that uses a club. So basically I decided that I'd attempt to make a low poly but kind of pixel art textured skeleton, and this is the outcome of that. Let me just turn this one's walk animation on. So yeah, I think I'm happy with this direction. The sprites were charming. I'm going to keep the hands as sprites just because I think it's funny. But I think making the enemies models, is a good idea for the game overall. I also spent the week kind of making the loot system less jank, because this is going to be a roguelite game. I need the maps to be randomly generated, and basically the original loot script that I had, it was super, super broken, and you had to hand place them and, assign variables and whatnot. You couldn't just instantiate it and have it work in the scene. You had to it had to be an existing object that you place manually. Another thing that I implemented this week, or the beginnings of, is the magic swapping system. So, you press Q and a radial menu comes up. And then, you can swap between spells by, left-clicking or right-clicking on one of them to swap to which hand you want. So you can mix and match spells. The magic's placeholder, of course. And I also tweaked the casting of said spells, so you can charge them up, and the longer you charge them up, the slower and more powerful the attacks are. And the faster you click, they obviously, more fireballs, but they do way less damage, Hopefully this weekend I'll implement the damage system, and then I'll go on to working on the new skeleton enemy AI. Thanks for listening to this probably not eventful dev update. Yeah, cool. Cheers.